wanna be anyone else. Well, that's easier said than done. 'Cause lately I've been feeling like I don't really know myself. I lean left, then I fade right. I do my best to stay straight on the line. I fall off all the time, but I will never give in. I will always try to live it right, with my head and my heart aligned. I just wanna be free, free in every sense of the meaning, free to go my own way. Well, that's easier said than done. 'Cause lately I've been feeling like that route changes every day. So I lean left, then I fade right. I do my best to stay straight on the line. I fall off all the time, but I will never give in. I will always try to live it right, with my head and my heart aligned. I fade right. I do my best to stay straight on the line. I fall off all the time, but I will never give in. I will always